Hi guys. Alright, happy Monday. Lucifer is on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I had to think about my time zone for like 2 seconds. So, that's amazing. It's incredible. It's going to be an amazing show. I can't wait. Maze, I love you. Leslie Ann Brandt, oh my god. I love you. I can't wait. I want to be the one marrying you. So, that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. So, alright, so have you guys done your true meditation technique? Visualizing, scanning the card, letting it come into your subconscious. It's been incredible. It has been so incredible. It feels so good. Literally, everything in my entire life has improved since I've started the true meditation. Doing the true meditation, all of that, everything. The earth, when we, become one with the element of earth, doing that, letting it all go down into the earth's core to transform into something positive, taking all of our negativity, that is amazing. That has been an amazing ritual for me. And I cannot express, I wish this person was still alive. I wish he was still here so I could thank him for this. So I know he's listening. I don't feel anything around me, but I know he's listening, so it's just been really cool, very cool. So, alright. So for the next part of lesson 3 is part 4. So it's part of this is going to focus on the Unwritten Kabbalah. So, alright, so in this portion we will be focusing on what is known as the Unwritten Kabbalah. Kabbalah. Oh, Jesus. So, on the next page, you'll find a list of correspondences. If you guys have your books, you'll know that, you'll see your list of correspondences. So, that is a list of how various things and ideas correspond with the Seraphim on the Tree of Life. So, in this section, you will learn the information necessary to understand the list. So, I was going through explaining the Tree of Life, each Seraphim, fucking can't say that word, each one throughout the whole Tree of Life. So, I think it's incredible. It's amazing to actually learn more and more and more about the Tree of Life and the Kabbalah and how it all comes into play with ceremonial magic. So it's really amazing. So, alright, so, as you can see, by the left of each row are numbers 1 through 10. These, as you probably guessed, represent the numbers associated with each of the Seraphim. How do you say that word? Sephirat. So each Sephirat. The first column gives the name of each Sephirah, as they were pronounced in Hebrew. So the next column gives the translation of those names in English. So I would like to mention here that some texts, especially those written for a primarily Jewish readership, sometimes give alternative names or spellings for the Sephirat. For example, Gibura is frequently called Pakad, which means fear. However, this type of study falls more appropriately under the subject of dogmatic Kabbalah, or Kabbalah, however you say it. I don't even think that's the right way to say it. So, where'd I go? Yeah, dogmatic Kabbalah. So for the most part, is beyond the scope and purpose of the present course. So the third column is labeled color, QS. Kabbalistically, there are 4 sets of colors. So, one for each of the 4 Kabbalistic worlds related to the Sephirat. I can't say that word. They are named after the court cards of the minor arcana of the tarot. So, in the Golden Dawn, initiates were expected to know all these colors, all the color scales. However, for our purposes, the most important version of the colors for the 10 Sephirats is called the Queen Scale. Hence the QS. So, QS, Queen Scale. I like that. Which are the colors given here? So, the Queen Scale colors are associated with the world, known as Bria. B-RI-YAH. So, Bria. Traditionally, it is believed that it is more important to become familiar with the Queen Scale Sephirotic colors than with the other scales of color. So note that there are 4 sphere colors associated with the 10 Sephirah. Sephirah. This is because the 10th Sephirah relates to earth by the world of the 4 archetypal elements: air, earth, fire, and water. By now you should have beginning to become familiar with the element earth as a result of the exercises that we've previously done. So you will become familiar with the other elements later in this course. So I really like that he started with earth, and especially for right now and what is going on right now in our world. So it would be a good idea, he says, for you to make up a separate tree of life for each of the columns of correspondences. This can give you a visual image which cannot be duplicated by cerebral left brain mental processes. For the colors in each Sephirah with the appropriate color. The 10th Sephirah has an X drawn through it and should be colored in like this. So if you guys have your books, then you know those are the colors right there. So those colors are citrine, brown, olive, and black. So, alright, violet and green make olive, orange and green make citron, orange and violet make the peculiar shade of brown used here, technically known as russet. So, rusty, very rusty. So, the next column associates various scents, odors, and incenses with the Sephirot. Note the association for the 5th Sephirah, Gibura, is listed as tobacco. Today there are so many adulterants allowed to be added to tobacco that its purity and therefore its value is questionable. So yes, you can get regular tobacco, real tobacco without the additives. It's very cheap too. Well, no, it's not very cheap, but you can actually get them at your local head shop, your local, anywhere. So, it was originally chosen, according to Aleister Crowley, because tobacco is said to be the favorite scent of men who work hard, and Gibura Gibura means strength. So for a long time I questioned the value of tobacco as a magical incense, as I would usually just open up a cigarette and drop the generally awful smelling stuff on a block of hot charcoal. Then one day, this person says, I went into a shop which sells wide varieties of tobacco for pipe smokers. So here I found relatively untainted tobaccos, which have worked excellently for me. So try finding some you like. Some give you a feeling of strength and power, the essence of Gibura. You will never become a magician if all you can do is blindly follow obsolete patterns. So tradition can be only guided. So in fact, it would be appropriate to use any scent which gives you that feeling of strength and power. Whether or not it contains tobacco in a similar manner, you can correct any of the listings on the chart of the Kabbalistic correspondences so that it is correct for you. So you can get, they have so many different flavors and scents of tobacco. It's insane. So it should be apparent to you at this point that I tend to be eclectic in my beliefs and I welcome change and newness. However, some of the correspondences date back thousands of years. They have lasted this long for only one reason. The thousands of people who have used them have discovered that they are accurate and that they work. Thus, although I do hope that you will closely examine and work with all of the correspondences, you had better have a good and valid reason for changing what has worked for so long. So no changing anything. Go buy the book for this. So this is what I've been doing. So the next column relates to the Sephirot, to the chakras. Because many people are familiar with chakras, I have included them here as another way of becoming familiar with the Sephirot. Unfortunately, deep study of the chakras is not really part of this circula of this course. So if the chakras interest you, and you would like to do more study on them, consult the bibliography for more books on the chakras. So, the next column gives the god name associated with each Sephirah. Remember, although there are many god names, these refer to aspects of a monotheistic deity, not a polytheistic pantheon. So, in other words, they represent the phases or potencies of a singular deity. So note here, as shown in the I don't even know what that fucking word is. Parenthetical note on the page of Kabbalistic correspondences, that you will see the letters YHVH as a God name. So it should be pronounced Yod-He Vav-He. Yod-He Vav-He. Otherwise, the column is self-explanatory. So we have already shown how the Sephirot, yes, can be related to the physical body. This is a person is seen as backing into the tree of life. The next column gives the traditional associations. This is followed by a column listing the planets. So note, the first Sephirah is associated with the first swirlings. This may refer to the original Big Bang which formed our universe, our physical universe. Or it may refer to the galactic gas clouds which, due to gravity, condensed and began to spin. Interesting stuff. I love this. It's so interesting. So, they eventually formed the galaxies and individual star systems, or it may refer to something altogether different. It will not be a vital part of our magical system, so it is not an essential bit of knowledge. The second Sephirah is related to the entire zodiacal belt, not to a planet as such. The 10th Sephirah, which is related to the planet Earth, is also the sphere of the four archetypal elements, so earth, air, fire, water. So the next column is the metals associated with the Sephirot. Notice here that the first, second, and 10th Sephirot have no metallic associations. So this is followed by a column associated with the Sephirot with stones. So the abbreviations used are as follows: Turk, T-U-R-Q, T-U-Q, T-U-R-Q, turquoise; star, Saph, equals star sapphire; and amethyst, obviously. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. So, the Kabbalistic view of the higher planes shows a very ordered universe. And it does too. If you actually look into the Tree of Life, the Kabbalah, it is so ordered and structured. It is crazy. I think it's really cool. I really love it. So, each entity or power essence has others in its command to do its bidding. A split diagram of this would be as follows. So, at the top we have the unknowable divinity, aspects of God, the God names, the archangels, and then the angels. And then with the angels we have the order of angels. So, pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff. I love it. So, the aspect of divinity, as presented by the God names, the angels are frequently dealt with in groups known as orders. So, the angels do the bidding of the archangels. The archangels obey God. God assigns the archangels tasks appropriate to their nature. The relationship an archangel has with divinity is via the aspect of the ultimate source, which is represented by the God names. So, the whole, rather, what is that word? I don't know that word. Militaristic structure is controlled by the unknowable divinity, the Ain. The first column on page 103 gives the Hebrew name of the names of the archangels, and is followed by the translations of the Hebrew names. So, it's pretty in-depth. It's pretty in-depth, especially with this, with the Sephirots, and the different spheres and the order of the Tree of Life, and each element, the color, the incense, the sense, everything. It's just incredible. So, alright. So, where'd I go? I forget where I went. Oh, there I am. The next column relates to the personality or soul, and has already been discussed, so it is presented here in brief, and much more detail will be added at a later time. So this is followed by the transliteration of the Hebrew. This is followed by a listing of the angelic orders, and then by the translations of those Hebrew terms. So it's interesting to note that several of the names of the orders of angels are terms used by Ezekiel in his revelation. A little bit of Bible study. So if you understand traditional Hebrew mysticism, the mystical book of Ezekiel comes easier to understand. If you did not, you can come up with absurd theories, as one NASA scientist did, claiming that Ezekiel saw an alien space vehicle. He claimed that the descriptions Ezekiel used were merely a way of reporting the action of the spaceship. Coming back to Earth, most scholars believe this angelic train of command was copied from various Semitic peoples who had long lists of jinns and the like. So I can pretty much see where that came from. Which I think is pretty interesting too. The book of Ezekiel is pretty interesting. It's really pretty interesting, and that's what I wear. The Key of Solomon's, all kinds of Keys of Solomon's. I love his seals. They just ring true to the heart for some reason. So, next comes the magically important Hebrew letters Yod He Vav He, or YHVH for short, the Tetragrammatron. So this person says, I have already discussed it, but let's add some more information. The Yud looks like this. So these are tiny little symbols, Hebrew symbols. So the upper tip of the Yud is associated with the first Sephirah. The rest of the Yud, along with the He, which looks like this, it looks like an M, or kind of a funky N, is associated with the second through fourth Sephirot. The Vav is an elongated Yud and looks like this, kind of looks like an I. It is related to the fourth through ninth Sephirot. Notice the overlap between the Vav and He. So, the second or last He is related to the 10th Sephirah. The first He is known as the He superior, and the second He is known as the He inferior. Hebrew is read from right to left, so, and the Tetragrammatron looks like this. So here we go. That's with those little letters right there. And then it horizontal or vertically, the Tetragrammatron would look like wherever my finger is. So there, that is what the Tetragrammatron looks like. That. Vertical, right there. Perfect. So those are the Hebrew letters. I have lots of Hebrew letters on me. I like it. So, they look like little creatures. So the creatures in the next column are both real and unreal, while the tools of the next column are magical tools. The lamen is a medallion hung around the neck to represent a certain power of quality. So the names are the various god, archangelic, and angelic names, along with other words of power. The traditional magician of the Middle Ages wore two robes, an outer robe representing the silence necessary to being a magician, which concealed a hidden inner robe of truth. I did not know that. I think it's very interesting. So now I know. Yeah, I get a pretty good idea of why we wear a second robe or a second set of clothing underneath what we already have on. If you put two and two together, boom, makes perfect sense. So, alright, where'd I go? So, today most magicians wear only one robe, the two robes being more symbolic than actual. So finally, the last column is self-explanatory, with the sole added note that the plant associated with the first Sephirah is an almond, a flower. That is, it should be blooming. So the list of Kabbalistic correspondences is by no means complete, but it's a good start. So this person says, I suggest that you make up a series of trees of life, each one filled out with one of the columns. You may wish to also make up a very large tree of life, putting many of the correspondences associated with a Sephirah in the drawing of that Sephirah. So this person says, I urge a deep study of the correspondences now. Their importance will become clearer to you as we move into the study of gray magic. For a far more complete version of these correspondences, get 777 by Aleister Crowley. It is the encyclopedia for the practicing magician. So a lot of people are going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have anything to do with Aleister Crowley. And that's perfectly okay, I understand. People don't understand him or what he did. He was very eccentric and off. but that's cool. So, that is part 4, going through the different Kabbalistic correspondences. So, it's incredible. There are so many. It gives you the Sephra, the translation, the colors, the sense, the chakras, the god name, the body, plants, metals, and stones, archangels, the angelic orders, the creature, the tool, the plant, the soul, translations. It's seriously amazing. And you all have it right here. All right here. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So yeah, really getting to know the Tree of Life. Really getting to know the Tree of Life is amazing, and especially when we're doing our own magic and our own transformations, and it will help. It's helping me transform. It's helping me see things in a different light. It's changing my life in a good way, in an amazing way. With this book, it's incredible. It is simply incredible. So, alright, part 5. So, if you have been successful with the middle pillar ritual, how many people have done it? I'm not. I'm still... It's still a little scary for me. Too much. I already have too many spirits around me all the time. So, the middle pillar ritual, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100%. So, if you have been successful with the middle pillar ritual, obviously I was very successful because it was just insane. Completely insane. So, okay. You may now go to on an advanced version of the ritual. So visualize each Sephra, each power center, in the colors given on the correspondence list. Dahat is lavender, and for Malkut, use black. The Sephirot should be connected with a beam of white light. You may also vibrate the name of the archangel after vibrating the god name. So are you guys vibrating the names? Like Yud, He, Vav, He. When I actually do that, when I'm doing the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, it is so real. It is so freaking real. You can feel, the more you practice vibrating those names, the more you feel it in your entire body. And it affects everything around. It really does. So I've been using the earth, the element of earth, using that to get rid of negativity, to transform it into positivity. I've been using it as well to help my seedlings of my white sage, my white ceremonial sage, sprout. And they're sprouting. So I'm very happy. It's simple, but it's really hard. It looks hard, but it's simple. So it just kind of clicked for me. It just poof, click. I was like, oh, well, this makes sense. I never thought of it like this or like this. But then this came along and boom, not complete understanding. Nobody, I think, completely understands the Tree of Life. I doubt it. But it's just incredible how it works. I mean, just in conjunction with our magical work, spirit communications, all of it. It's so awesome. So awesome. So, alright, the Sephirot should be connected with a beam of white light. You vibrate the god names and the archangel's names. So, Dahat at the throat does not have a Kabbalistic and archangelic name. So we borrow from another language called Enochian, or angelic. Enochian means angelic writing, the Enochian alphabet, the Book of Enoch. Interesting stuff. I love the Book of Enoch. So, use LXRP, Ko Ma Na Nu Ta I To M. And that's how you say it. So, that's for the throat. So you want to vibrate it. Literally vibrate that. And when I'm vibrating the angels, the God names, doing the lesser banishing ritual with the pentagram, I literally feel it within my whole entire body. It will set off certain chakras, certain aspects or areas of the body. So, Malkut, or Ata, I can literally feel that come through my head, down. It's you can't describe it in words. What a spiritual feeling it is. It's euphoric. It's spiritual. It's peaceful. It's incredible. That's all I have to say. So, the circulation of the body of light. Now, that is the circulation of the body of light. So, what does this mean? So, whether or not you are able to do the advanced version of the middle pillar ritual as given above, I think I don't know if I should do it or not. I doubt it. So you should now add a new ritual to your daily practice. It should add no more than 2 or 3 minutes to the total time of your daily work. There are 3 parts to it. Start by doing the relaxation ritual, the lesser banishing ritual with the pentagram, and the middle the middle pillar ritual. But do not visualize the middle pillar vanishing. So, you don't visualize that thing vanishing this time. So, first part, while keeping the visualization of the middle pillar, refocus your attention on Keter, the white brilliance just above your head. Visualize this brilliance in a state of extreme strength, needing to radiate out even more energy. Visualize it sending current of energy down into the head and to the left shoulder. So let this energy pass down the left side of your body to your left foot. Feel it move to your right foot, up the right side of your body, to your forehead, to your head, and back up to Keter, which is right above top of your head. So, this motion should be synchronized with your breath. When you exhale, feel the energy go down your left side. When you inhale, feel the energy come up your right side. You should have the sensation of a circle of energy swirling around you. Move the energy with your breath in 6 to 10 cycles. I think I like this ritual better than I do when this is the middle pillar. So I'm going to have to think about doing this one. So you guys can go ahead if you have your books and everything. I'm not 100% sure about it yet. I don't know. So, alright. So, feel free to expand the energy further out to the sides, to the ends of the universe if you wish. Most commonly, it is seen as going out about 3 feet from the body. You might also wish trying to try contracting the energy so that it goes down the left side of the spine and up the right side of the spine. Be careful if you awaken Kundalini. You will be in for a crazy ride. And that's the truth. So, alright, second part. So this is similar to the first method, but instead of directing the energy down one side and up the other, here you should direct the energy down the front of your body and up the back. But to synchronize your breath so that as you exhale, the energy goes down the front of your body, and as you inhale, it goes up your back, to your head, and up to Keter. So right above here. So, third part, the mummy. So, revisualize the entire middle pillar. This time, focus your attention on Malkut, at the feet. From the upper right side of this power center, visualize the energy curling up in a tight spiral to the front of the leg, the left leg. From here, it continues around the back and continues moving upward in a counterclockwise spiral. It is as if you are being wrapped like an Egyptian mummy. From the feet to the head, instead of cloth, however, you are being wrapped in energy. So I know you guys know how to visualize the energy in your body and move it around. I can do it. You all can do it. So we can do it when we need healing. It's just a really, really great thing. Just like the relaxation ritual, you can make it stop at certain points in your body that need attention. Like for me, my entire body. So I just let it do its thing. And it takes a good 20 minutes for the relaxation ritual. So it's funny. Oh, it's not funny, but... So, alright. Where did I go? Shoot. I forget where I went. Okay, the mummy. Okay, so you should feel a whirling of spiritual power as the pure spiritual light and energy rises up in spirals to Keter. At Keter, you should visualize the energy exploding out like a water fountain. In all directions, this energy lands at your feet, and it begins to rise in the spiral again. So now as you inhale, feel the energy move towards Keter, top of your head. As you exhale, feel it explode out towards Malkut at your feet. So, as in the first and second parts, do it 4, 6 to 10 cycles. So 6 to 10 times. Then take a very deep breath, and as you exhale, see the energy disappear visually. But know that it is still there, invisibly. Finish by doing the tarot contemplation ritual and filling out your ritual diary. Alright, now he does give a warning. So he did give a warning about the middle pillar ritual. And I wholeheartedly took his warning completely to heart. So warning, the circulation of the body of light is a very powerful ritual. You may rock back and forth, feel dizzy, or even fall over as a result of your direction of spiritual energy. In Eastern systems, these sensations and their physical manifestations are known as kriyas, and the practice of their production is part of what is known as Kriya Yoga. So that's crazy. I mean, that is seriously crazy stuff. So, in the Chinese yoga manual, The Secret of the Golden Flower, it says that when the light circulates, the powers of the whole body arrange themselves before its throne, just like a holy king takes possession of a capital and lays down rules of order, and all approach will tribute. Therefore, you have only to make the light circulate. That is the deepest and most wonderful secret. The light is easy to move, and if allowed to go along enough in a circle, it crystallizes itself. It is the condition of which it is said, silently in the morning, thou fliest upward. How awesome. How awesome is that? I love it. I think it's amazing. So, the energy used in the circulation of the body of light ritual is so powerful that it can be used for healing purposes. So simply direct the energy which you have learned to control down your arms and out through your hands. This healing technique is especially good for people who are drained and low on energy. So, this could benefit quite a few of you. I think this will benefit a lot of you. I mean, you guys are good. You guys are good, so I know it'll benefit you guys. So, it is good for people who are recovering from almost any physical ailment. So all of us with the fibromyalgia, anybody with, any kind of just hurt. Here we go. Circulation of the light through the body. So, it can be used without fear on people who have serious chronic diseases. However, you should follow these rules. So mine is a chronic condition that's going to be my entire lifetime. Fibromyalgia, PTSD, manic depression, blah, blah, blah. So that's pretty much under control except for fibro. So number 1, never attempt to heal a person without first getting that person's permission to do so. Always ask first. That's why I always ask with my readings. You have to tell me, yes, you have my full permission. Or it won't work. I have to have your full permission in order to contact your guides, your past life, your grandma, your dad, your mom, your dog. Literally. Sometimes they do just come to me though, so. Number 2, if a person has a minor cold or flu, do not attempt to heal that. Don't attempt to heal that person. They need the disease to get rid of the toxins which are in the body. If the disease has run its course and the person is still weak but recovering, then it is okay to help them recover faster. Place one hand on the forehead and the other hand on the lower stomach and send the energy which you have learned to control. So, there you go. Number 3, if a person has a serious life-threatening disease, focus your attention and hands near the area where the disease is most obvious. Visualize the disease leaving their body and fading into nothingness, while you fill their body with new life-giving energy. As soon as you sense that the person you are working on is filled with energy, Do the lesser banishing ritual, the pentagram, make sure that absolutely nothing comes back. Healing magic, all of it. I do a healing spell for somebody like my mom, my dad, I get sick. So that's my bad. That's on me. Alright, so 4. Do not use this technique for a person who has a high fever. Instead, hold their hands and visualize the illness leaving their body and staying away from your body. Visualize the illness fading to nothing. Do the lesser banishing ritual, the pentagram, the middle pillar ritual, and the circulation of the body of light ritual for yourself. Then run your hands under cool water, fresh water, for at least a minute. This cleanses you and helps to protect you from accidentally allowing any illness into you. And the cold water is going to kill bacteria. So, alright. 5. Always finish with the lesser banishing ritual with the pentagram, the middle pillar ritual, and the circulation of the body light ritual for yourself. Oh, I just read that. So I'm going to keep out. I'm actually going to try it. I'm actually going to try it and see how it goes with the the middle pillar. So I think this feels a little better to me personally. My intuition, it's gravitating more towards the circulation of the light in the body, which is I love to do. I love to actually feel it go from one part of the body to the other, and then from the head down and to your feet, to your toes. It's really cool to do. It's very fun to do. So 6, always work in cooperation with medical doctors. It's where a lot of people die. A lot of people die. A lot of people think, oh, well, my faith is going to heal me. No, it's not. Hell no. You see your doctor, first and foremost. It's not a quick fix. This is not going to do a thing for you if you don't get your medical doctor's, your family practitioner. You've got to do it. It's common sense. And a lot of people don't have that. So under no circumstance should you ever advise a person to not follow a doctor's advice or not seek the aid of a professional therapist. So that's the first and foremost rule in anything, especially in the area of my work, spirit communications, readings, all of it. I may be able to tell you a little bit about your situation. I may not be able to. But if I can, and you think, hey, I'm going to just stick with what you say, no, You see your doctor. You don't take anybody's advice. I don't care if God is coming down from the heavens. You go to see your doctor. So, if, however, you honestly feel that a particular medical treatment is not helping someone, you can always advise that person to get a second opinion from another physician. I don't agree with that at all. At all. No, I don't agree with that at all. So, on the next page is the diagram of the tarot as it exists on the Tree of Life. So this person says, I'm not going to make any comments on it at this time. Rather, I want you to spend some time looking at it and trying to discover the relationships between the tarot and the Kabbalistic correspondences given earlier in the lesson. I am presenting it now, seemingly unrelated to the material in the preceding and following paragraphs. But it does make sense. To draw attention to it, it may be the most important diagram for the magical techniques, which will be given later in this course. It will be explained later at the proper time, but Michael Donald Craig, says, but I want you to get some familiarity with it now so that it will not be something strange or startling when its importance becomes evident. Study it with your tarot cards in hand and compare with what it has already been given. So on page 112, the tarot and the Tree of Life. That is your diagram. So if you guys have your books, you already have this. It's very interesting. So the aces, the queens, the threes, the kings, the twos, the fours, the fives, the eights, the sevens, the nines, the pages or the tens, the empress, the high priestess, the lovers. Everything is connected, and it's awesome. It's awesome. So, before moving on to the next part of this lesson, there is another thing I wish to clarify for you. You may be thinking that if I will be adding on to the basic daily rituals until you have no time to do anything else. This is not the case. There is only one more basic ritual which you must learn. Do not give up. Do not omit any part of the rituals. Do not skip a day unless it's impossible not to. Everything that you are now doing is white magic. I have my doubts. Well, I think all magic is it's neither white nor black. It's gray. All of it. It's like nature. So, alright, where'd I go? Okay, it is also your preparation for doing gray magic. If you memorize the rituals, they should not take longer than 15 minutes. And in a short time, this course will give you a method for doing rituals anytime, anywhere, via a special mental process. It will take even less time to perform the rituals, and it will give you more personal power. Sometimes, this person says, in my classes, I have had students tell me that although they carry out the rituals with extreme care, they feel nothing within themselves or without as a result. They want to know why they are failing and what they are doing wrong. The answer is there is nothing wrong and what they are not failing. So you're not failing if you don't feel anything. The energies involved in the rituals are continuously at work throughout the physical and spiritual universe. The energy goes anywhere around and through all things, both physical and non-physical. It is everywhere. If you do not feel the motion of the energy before, there is no guarantee that you will sense it after you have begun practicing the rituals. Magic permits us to utilize these forces in ways non-magicians cannot comprehend. So, it is not necessary that you have any weird experiences or unusual sensations as a result of the practice of the rituals in this course. So, if the rituals are done properly, the desired results must inevitably occur. If you throw a ball into the air, it must come down. This is the law of gravity. If you do the rituals properly, you must get the desired results. This is the cosmic law of magic. So, I do that. I do them with a lot of, yes, I feel a lot of it. So, sometimes unusual experiences or sensations can actually get in the way of psychic development. Some people get sidetracked into trying to produce psychic phenomena. They end up spending time trying to do relatively useless things such as levitation or being able to see what symbol is on a back of a card. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. While spending time bending spoons, and what good is a bent spoon anyway, they ignore their magical work and retard their magical and spiritual progress. So, some of you may feel or sense that these energies that have been described in this and in previous lessons, some of you, for a while, may not. But it doesn't matter. If you do the rituals properly, the magic will work. No, you have to know that you can do the rituals successfully. Dare to do them, then do them. Then be silent about your achievements. So, that was a pretty long lesson. A pretty long one. So I really like that one. I really like that. And I will actually, if you guys don't have this, I will do some of the diagrams on my website. Especially the circulation of the body of light. I think that would be very, very helpful for us. The divine aspects of the different sephiras, all of the spheres, all of that good stuff. So, it's going to be good. Good stuff. So it's just crazy. The further, the more serious you take your practices, the happier you are, the better you feel. Again, just like Donald Michael Craig says, you cannot heal a chronic disease with magic, purely with magic. You have to see your primary physician first and foremost. Never rely on faith alone. I know one person that relied on faith alone. They stopped taking their blood pressure medication. They stopped taking their insulin or whatever, and they ended up in critical care in the hospital because God was going to heal them. We wouldn't have doctors. So, there are good doctors out there. There are good doctors. So if you have any kind of chronic illness, go to your doctor first. Don't rely on magic. And yes, healing magic does come back to you. Does always. Everything comes back to us. So I send out something positive. I'm going to get something, positive back. Just the gratitude, the feeling of gratitude. That right there is good stuff. So, That's sometimes that's the reward, is being grateful, gratitude. So, yes. So yes, I will definitely have that blogged. If you guys don't have your books, I know a lot of you are still following along, and I'm still following along, doing my own thing. So, yes, I'm going to be updating that. I will blog that if you guys don't mind. If you want me to, I will. Let me know below in the comments. I will slowly but surely, very slowly, get every single oil. Orders are coming through again, or they will be shipped out today. I will have the regular PayPal button below each image, so you don't have to click buy now. It doesn't have to be like that. So, what else was I going to tell you guys? And I am not doing live streams for a while. For one, that's a lot. That's a lot of reading. Doing a lot of readings for people. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy. So, the feelings of gratitude from everybody that do appreciate their readings is more than enough for me. So thank you for the people that do. Secondly, I don't come on here to get dissected about my hair or what I do with my body, what I wear. That's not what this is about. This is about spirituality, Ouija pop. So it's just not going to happen anymore. So I feel like a doormat for a lot of people. So I feel like I'm a doormat. And I'm going to take my power back and not be a doormat. So the best way to get a reading is to contact me, just like everybody else has to. So I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just stating the facts that I'm not a fucking doormat for anybody. Oh, okay. I love my women. I love all of you. So yeah, I probably will go live again. But no. Nope. I didn't create this for people to come on here and just pop in for 1 second and say, hey, your hair looks like a fucking dead bird's nest. Really? Really? Okay, I'm sorry. Fibromyalgia hurts. Fucking hurts to wash your hair. Yeah, try it. Try it once. Try it once. Other than that, everything's great. So, I will keep you guys updated on the oils. New ones are coming. The Samhain one is up. The Osiris one is up. I'm shipping out Veronica's blend today. She's happy. I know she's happy. I just touched her last night in her oil. Where is she? There she is. Hi, Annie. So yes, it's strange. So, you will love your Veronica oil. Signature oil. So alright guys, I will see you all later. I hope you enjoy. And if not, that's okay. You can leave. And I love you all. And I hope you guys have a great day. So, all my love to you guys. All the way from Venus, all the way back down. And don't forget tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Lucifer, all new. So, I love you all guys, and I will see you all later.